Let's talk about what you need to do when planning to shoot a music video.
Well, now I rode a race and I won the day my son was born.
These top tips will save you time, money, and stress, and make sure that you're left with the best possible video, something that makes you satisfied, and if applicable, happy clients that you might be working with. Firstly, establish the budget that you or the band you're shooting with have at your disposal. I've put this first because the answer to this question dictates what you go on to do next. If this means speaking to a client, then obviously you're going to need to know with confidence that if they say they have X amount of money to spend, then they're signed up for that before you do any of the next stages. Secondly, establish what theme or look or aesthetic you're going to be going for. Now, your budget will help to narrow this down, but having established what your budget is, now you can bring this idea to life. This leads on to further questions like, how will you dress the set? What lighting will you use? What camera equipment will be needed? I'd recommend taking cues from other music videos that you or the artist likes. So have a look around, but remember to be realistic. Thirdly, scout for locations and make sure you've taken both of the first two considerations in terms of budget and aesthetics into account. It needs to fit your budget and the look that you're going for, as well as being somewhere that you and the artist can easily get to. Also, make sure the people that own or run the location are comfortable with what you've got planned. For example, if you're planning on using a smoke or haze machine, or use up loads and loads of electricity with complex lighting setups, or moving things around at the location, then you probably want to be checking with the venue, the location first before you turn up on the day. Fourthly, make sure you're totally clear around what the shoot is going to look like on the day. The key to this is in the planning. The more you plan at this stage, the better the day and the end product will be. And if this is a music shoot for yourself, for a band or an artist that you may be a part of, then of course you're going to want the best product video possible. If this is for a client, getting this right at this stage is literally the difference between being recommended by that client to 5-10 other people and getting a line of future work, or never getting work in your local area again. Fifthly, if you're not going to be shooting the video yourselves, because for example you're the musician, then you need to do your research. Look online, and there's plenty of places you can go to check for local videographers that will be more than happy to work with you, I'm sure. However, my recommendation will be to speak to people, speak to like-minded people that may have shot a video themselves and see who they went with locally. Word of mouth is really important in these sort of situations. There's lots of people online going to try and offer you lots of great stuff and look brilliant, but they may not deliver on the day. So who do you know that's already had the services of people that you might be reaching out to and been really happy? I place a lot of emphasis and weight upon that, because they're not going to sell you the gimmick, the advert, they're going to sell you the reality of what it was like to work with that professional. So there we go, 5 tips that I would recommend to you if you are planning a music video. What do you need to do before you turn up on the day? How do you stick within a budget? Get ideas of what you want your video to look like. Ensure that the venue or the location where you end up shooting is comfortable and totally happy with you. Remember, you may want to go back there again in future. You've got a real clear idea of what you want the shoot to look and feel like, and that you've done your research and spoken to people for word of mouth around professionals that you may need to employ to help you in the shoot. If you've got any questions or thoughts, then please comment below. This is something that I've got a lot of experience in over the past 10 years or so, and I'll be happy to help if you've got any further questions. If there's anything around this sort of subject you'd want me to talk about in a future video, then again, leave that in the comments below. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.